why give away $100,000?
We look at Mr. Beast and we say, why is no one doing what he's doing? Then we look at a guy like MD Motivator and it's working for him. You know, we look internally to our brand and we're money buys happiness. We love to give back. It's a type of fulfillment that you can't get from anything else. Sometimes you have to remind people of how much you're winning at times because they forget. Yeah. December, we got a huge billboard at Yonge and Dundas. My face, Anthony's face. I did that for the Instagram post. I didn't think anybody would look up. More people saw it on Instagram than actually walking by it. I was spending money to keep this client. I know people are just gonna start coming. And what happened? I did that for like a month or 2 months and the place was packed for the next 2 years.
Yeah, and then the business owner, they'll refer others. The network grows.
100%.
All right, we're back at it again. We got Mr. Ernesto Gaita in the building. We're actually in your building.
Yep.
which
Boys are here.
It's crazy.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, man. This is definitely a full circle moment because we met maybe over a decade ago.
Has to be over a decade for sure.
Streets of downtown Toronto. We got introduced by Shaz. Shout out Shaz. This is probably Shaz's second shout out on our
Oh, for
pod.
real?
Yeah.
He's connected a lot of people, bro.
He has.
Yep.
He has. So we're super excited. For those that have been sleeping, for those that don't know who you are, obviously I have to give you a shout out to Neighborhood.
Thank you.
Your agency, the Money Buys Happiness podcast as well, Grit Studios, which we're in right now. You guys have just been crushing it over the last many years, right? Would love to kind of hear more about your story, how you kind of evolved more into the marketing space, the content space as a content creator, podcast host, and all these ventures that you're in. Like, let's hear a little bit more about your journey.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like I'm an entrepreneur.
Yep.
You know, sounds weird to just say that sometimes.
Everyone says that now.
I feel like everyone says that, right? I got to come up with another name. But yeah, I started off in nightlife. I was in hospitality for a long time, maybe too long of a time, to be honest. And then from there, you know, pandemic hits and we had to adapt. And we started Neighborhood, the marketing agency. And I loved it. I loved building teams. I loved helping brands grow, see success. So that was fun. Still doing it till today, of course. And then sorry, I actually went too fast there. So nightlife, agency, podcast started because of the pandemic.
Yeah. You had an app as well at some point.
That was before. Yeah, that was while I was in nightlife. So I had 2 apps. One was Booth and Bottle.
Yeah.
And one was called Jukebox.
Yes.
And that was my take on apps at the beginning. I mean, if you guys remember 10, 12 years ago, apps were popping off.
Yeah.
And everyone wanted to have the next Facebook, right? And I was always driven to try new things. So we did that for 3-4 years. We worked under IBM's incubator center as well. So that was a great experience. But like everything, you kind of got to, you know, see it out and see if it works and stop a project if it's not working and move on. So that was my first taste at that. But that was like, early 20s. I was in nightlife while I was doing that. And I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
Then pandemic hit. We started the pod, which was, again, adapting again just to the times. We wanted to stay relevant and make sure that throughout the pandemic, while everyone's on their phone, all they're seeing is us in a way. So our thought process was actually like, we'll just stay as relevant as we can. So by the end of the pandemic, when they need marketing, they're going to think about us, right?
Smart.
So we started the podcast. We had no idea what would come from the podcast. We just started it for content. Literally, we were just like, yo, more content for us. Yeah. And we're Italian. We talk too much already. So we might as well put some cameras out. And, you know, it starts like every pod. Every pod, I think they start by having the talks themselves. Like you two boys probably had a lot of talks yourself. And you're probably just like, yo, we could have fucking recorded that.
Bro, that was
all the time.
So many late night conversations or meetings. And we're like, fuck, we should just record this shit. We chop it up anyways on the regular.
Yep.
Let's get some content. Right.
I think everyone starts like that. And I think by the 3rd time you experience that, you're like, okay, we got to buy these mics and let's get this thing going, right?
Yeah.
So started the pod, and then from there, obviously that took a whole mind of its own. The pod, we got signed to Full Send after about 100 episodes.
Wow.
And fast forward today, I mean, we've done close to 400 pods now.
400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's almost 500. I was looking at
could be, bro.
487 to be exact.
And I'm not even counting like live streams and stuff like that. Those aren't even being counted, but
true.
And got to sit down with some of our idols and mentors and people we've looked up to for years. So it's been amazing, man. I think us taking that risk to start that pod changed our lives.
Yeah.
You know, and we just didn't know it at the time, but as it kept going, new doors start opening up, or you see how you can adapt and leverage what you've built. So the pod was great, and you know, we're still kicking it with the pod. We're doing some new things, and then we started the network as well, MBH TV, and we did that because we saw a lot of networks out there, and we just felt like there was a void in finding, you know, I guess homegrown talent and really taking them to the next level. Like we saw networks that were just signing people who were already famous.
Right.
Or like a Barstool, for example, who took a Call Her Daddy to one of the biggest shows in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And we really liked that side of it. And we thought we had leverage and the network and the marketing know-how to push our own network. And then we started that too.
Yeah. You had a platform, you know, the hustle.
Yeah.
You know, started in Toronto, Toronto boys, and you guys created something, and now it's time to kind of open up the network and open up that platform to other creators and see what can grow from there, right?
Yeah, and what we noticed too, a big reason why we did it is because, you know, we're around influencers and creators all day long, right? And some of them have massive platforms, and you would think they're making a lot of money. You know, you see someone online with a couple million followers, you're like, oh, that's probably their full-time job.
Right.
But what we noticed, and I think this comes from us building businesses before being like creators, I guess, is that 99% of creators out there, they don't know how to turn it into a business.
They don't know how to monetize,
They just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like they just treat it like, oh, it's just a fun thing. And like, dude, if you have a big platform like that, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we noticed that was like a void in I guess, creators' mindsets. And it still is today. Like I still know a lot of people that should be doing way better if they looked at it like a business, not like a tool or a toy of some sort, right?
Yeah.
So that was a big reason why we started it. And fast forward to today. I mean, we have even the giveaway stuff that we do.
Yeah.
We've given away, you know, over $100,000 just in Toronto.
That's huge.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like what's the end goal there? You know, like why give away $100,000?
I think what I've learned about end goals is that sometimes you just do something at a certain time as a step to get to another step.
Right.
It's more like a phase. I don't look at it like, okay, when am I going to stop the giveaways? It's more so like, okay, us doing the giveaways, what doors could that open for us?
For sure.
Right.
So I'm kind of looking at it like that because the social media world is all momentum.
Yeah.
So technically, nothing I do should have an end goal, because then I'll lose momentum.
Fair.
But the reason why we did it is a lot of reasons. I mean, we look at Mr. Beast and we say, why is no one doing what he's doing? Just him.
Right.
Then we look at a guy like MD Motivator. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Great friend of ours. Why is no one doing what he's doing?
Right.
Okay. Then we look at a guy like Trax NYC, a friend of ours from New York, great jeweler, viral guy, goes around giving out gold. And we look at him and we're like, oh my God, like he's doing that for that and it's working for him.
Right.
And then, you know, we look internally to our brand and we're Money Buys Happiness. So it's like, okay,
You're doing literally that.
starting to put some pieces together
Yeah.
here. And then, you know, I think one of the biggest reasons is we love to give back.
Right.
You know, I think we've always done it. We worked with charities. You remember us with Movember for 2 years, right? We were their lead marketing for Canada, and we were giving back a lot to them. I think it comes to a certain point where it's a type of fulfillment that you can't get from anything else. You know, I used to get it a lot from, you know, sitting down with a friend and maybe helping them get to that next point in business or relationship wise.
Right.
But then when you start giving out money and you see how people react to it, it's not even like, oh my God, I won. It's more like you look at them and you could tell you saved their month.
Right.
100%.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Especially now. So
Yeah.
all those pieces come together. You know, we always like to be innovative with our content. So we know at the same time, like a podcast, for example, it's only going to bring us so much attention on one angle. right? But let's say we do giveaways now, that's a whole different audience.
Yeah.
That's not the same audience. Those two different kind of people. Now there might be mutual audiences within it.
Yeah.
But we really look at the algorithm like a game. And we're like, okay, there's maybe 8, 9 very popular algorithms that we could tap into with our brand. Yeah. Why would I just tap into one?
Yeah.
Right.
So we could be Valuetainment, Mr. Beast, and something else at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the way the algorithm is nowadays.
Yeah, it's all over the place, right?
So our kind of goal is like, how many different sort of ways can we get your attention in a way that still makes sense for our brand?
Right.
Giveaways fall into that amazingly.
Yeah.
So, and we're all about building community too. So that's why we have the Discord now with the giveaways. Hey, you want hints to the giveaways? Join the Discord.
Yeah.
You want to win money on our streams? Join the Discord.
Right.
Because we know how big community is too.
Yeah.
You know, and again, talking about other creators and stuff, I think they really miss out on community.
Yeah.
You know, they're busy, you know, pumping ads out for, you know, Maybelline, and they're making 30, 40,000 a month. But it's like the long-term play is how many people can you get into your community. So no matter what you do, if I'm not doing giveaways next year, I still have that community.
Yeah, you're dialed in, right? So, yeah.
So we kind of look at it like a game. Like it really is a game. It's like how many different ways can we get in front of your eyes
Right.
without forcing it,
Yeah.
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 right? Giveaways were great for us. Now we're starting the streams, which is going to be huge for us. We just started like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Streaming is going to be big for the next maybe 5-10 years. You're going to see it blowing up. So yeah, I think when we look at it, it's like, okay, what can we do? What's different? What's no one else doing? And I think if you looked at our businesses, you would really see that that's our recipe.
Right.
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 That's amazing. Like you're obviously putting it out there, trying different things. You have these verticals with content, the agency, studio, et cetera, but each of them are also growing horizontally, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like MBH, the podcast, sure, it exists in this digital realm, but now being in the community and being seen, there's a UGC element, product placement.
Of course.
It essentially is a marketing activation in itself. Of
course.
Right? So it's
I
just
mean,
so
man,
multifaceted.
At the end of the day, we're a business. We want to make money.
Yeah.
Like I want to make that clear. We're not here to just be nice guys, right? Like
For sure.
that's part of it.
Yeah.
But we also have to make money to continue to do the things we like.
For sure.
So like you said, let's say a giveaway, right? We can monetize that easily because now if a brand wants to collab with us, they're paying us a certain amount to collaborate on that giveaway.
Yeah.
Cool. That's how we look at things, right? We're working on the stream setup in the back. Okay, where's good product placement opportunities for these brands?
Yeah.
Oh, this would be good for this. This would be good for this, right? Like, again, we try a lot of things, but they're also all very calculated.
Right.
And when we try something, we also don't try for 2 weeks. We try for 6 months.
Yeah. Let's talk.
That's huge, man, because a lot of the times we've tried things and we've wanted to stop them, let's say month 5, but month 6, something huge happened.
Absolutely. How many times does that happen? Like even with clients, right? Like from neighborhood prospect for us, like, you know, clients come in and they're like, I want to do advertising or I want to go in on SEO or whatever on the digital side, right? And then they do it for like 2 weeks and they're like, it's not working, you know, and they start freaking out.
And the worst part is, so they're like, well, let's try for 2 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever. And then they're like, okay, I'll pay you X amount of dollars for like 6 weeks. And then when I see results, then I'll give you more. Like, no, you got to give it the runway and obviously pay for the professional services and our strategy and our execution. Like,
For sure.
It doesn't work like that.
I think when that happens with us, we simply say like, okay, like you just want to stop after 2 weeks, by all means, stop.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do that with 40 other agencies, these 2 week stints.
Yeah.
And the problem is you, not the agencies.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So I kind of like to let the client figure that out for themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to work with us past 2 months because you're worried that third month is not going to be worth it. But if you stop after 2 months, you have to restart that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you're always going to be, and again, I think it's a big problem with how people spend money nowadays when they're paying for a service. When you're paying for a marketing service, or you're bringing on a marketing agency, that is now your partner. It's a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
You guys have to work together.
Yeah.
It's not just like, well, here's my brand, good luck. And if nothing happens in a month, then we're done.
Exactly.
That kind of client, they'll never go far. They'll never be happy with anything because they're looking at life from such a short term. And again, when I look at business, and I've always been this way, that's why I've known you for as long as I've known you.
Yeah.
I'm a long-term guy. And if someone comes in here, and again, I don't think you can start an agency with this mindset. I think you have to work with people and try your best to make things work with clients. But I think when you get to a certain point, you could simply say, like, if you don't believe in us, you can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people have to have that confidence too.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is like, okay, well, I don't want them to leave after a month. Let me just overpromise them.
Yeah.
Then after a month, they're still going to leave, but now they're going to hate you even more.
Yeah, because they paid more for it.
So there's two sides to it. And I'm sure you guys know of agencies too that they overpromise.
Yeah.
And then they're
the
saying,
time.
oh, well, it's been a month. Well, I got your 10 G's this month, so I don't care if you never talk to me again.
Yeah, I'll give you a
Right?
great example of this too. Like we have I'm not going to name names, but we have a client that's been with us now for roughly 3 years. And this client came to us. We have a bunch of services with them. You know, we're doing a great job, et cetera. They're very happy. Okay. They want to add on search engine optimization services, and we're like, okay, cool. So then we pitched them. You know, we created a proposal, et cetera.
Yeah.
And then like months went by, right? Like it was like 2 weeks and a month and 3 months and 6 months, and we're like, hey guys, just like touching base. You know, we're not like high pressure sales like that prospect. Like it's kind of like if you know, you know, and if you want to work with us, right? And that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And so these guys, like, you know, this company comes back eventually and says, hey, so, you know, we got in touch with another agency and for SEO services, et cetera. And we're just like, okay, cool. You know, like, so like, you know, how are we in the realm of this like equation or this conversation? And he's like, yeah, well, this guy's promising because they're in home services.
Okay.
And so this guy's promising like, you know, I've got this person and that person and that person all in home services at the #1 spot on Google. And I'm like, so then how are they going to get you there? Right?
How many #1 spots?
How many
are there?
#1 spots are there? Like, how are they going to get you there? Right? And I think like we hate calling ourselves an agency, right? Like we now use the word consultancy. That was thanks to Aziz. But like,
I'll explain that in a bit.
yeah,
I like it though. I like it.
yeah. But the thing is that like agencies have bastardized their own name. Let's just be real, right? Like that's just what's happened. It's greed. It's the money side of things. And it's just come to a point now where it's just like, if you're not dialed in on your true value that you provide to these customers or these clients, it's like, why are you in business, right?
Yeah.
And so like, that's kind of where we're at right now, is just like, we're really about creating that value. We're really about finding that like that client that gets it, like you said, right? The one that thinks long-term,
Yeah.
Of course.
right? But anyways,
I
yeah,
think
like
it comes with just with being genuine and honest with people.
100%.
100%.
You know, if someone walks in here and they're like, oh, well, you know, I just want to go crazy and work with you guys for 1 month and then I'm out. Like, I'll be like, yo, this isn't the place for you.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of clients and partners in this that are just our friends. And I think people, they shy away from that side of building a business or a marketing agency per se, where it's like, dude, a lot of people work with us because they like Anthony or they like dealing with Anna or they really like Jason.
Right.
Or they really like Nathan.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we aren't the best at marketing.
Yeah.
We're not the best at social media.
Yeah.
I could never even assume that, or I could never maybe even get there.
Well, it's always evolving on top of that, right?
But what they like is our culture.
Absolutely.
People behind it, the type of service, how you like, it's literally a family affair, right? Like,
there you go.
You're bringing them into the house, which is neighborhood, and you're creating a community. So
I think that's helped us a lot with weeding out that side of things.
Yeah.
Right? They come in and they're like, okay, these guys, they want to work with us for a long time. And again, I want to work with clients for a long time because like you guys said, it takes time
Right.
to market a business, a new business.
Yeah.
Or constantly market it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things. For me, if I want to see success in my client, I need to be part of it for a good amount of time. Like I don't. It's if you're looking for a one-time thing, again, I don't look at marketing as something that has an end goal. Like you have to use your momentum the whole time.
100%.
For
Right.
sure.
Then how many times you've had a client? Oh, they come to you in March. They work with you 2 months, and then now they're making a lot of money. So they're like, okay, well, we don't need you anymore. And then December they call you again.
All the time.
Oh, bro,
Happens
we
all
need
the time.
marketing again. Like it's something that it's as important as the finances of your business.
Yeah.
Or the legal side of your business.
Yeah.
It's one of those pillars.
It's a
Consistency.
constant. Yeah. And marketing never sleeps.
No.
I mean, we don't sleep either ourselves. But
go. Well, that's
marketing.
why.
Yeah. Marketing itself never sleeps. So, we've been talking about clients. So let me ask you straight up. What type of clients do you love?
Yeah.
We kind of touched on it, but just like if you can kind of give a more polished statement on the clients that you love, but the clients that you just fucking hate and you will just have no issue saying no to.
Like without even having a conversation. Like what type of, we have our own, I'm sure, but like, what's that client for you?
I mean, I know you said like just by not even talking to them, but one of the biggest things for me is trust.
Right.
Yeah.
And that breaks down into 5 other things, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
trust for sure, because there's 2 sides of it, right? If you're gonna pay me a retainer, you have to trust that I'm doing the best I possibly can. But vice versa, if I'm gonna work with you, I have to trust that if I say something, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So if you have a pizza shop and I'm telling you, hey guys, you have to get one of your chefs day to day to film something like this.
Right.
And then they turn around and say, well, I don't really think we got to show our chef, and I don't really think, done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Because you're already pretending you know more than me.
Yeah.
And again, it's very hard for marketing nowadays, and I'll tell you why. Because especially us, we sell social media, and everyone does their own everyone's social media now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's their own social media manager. It's like, how am I going to convince you that I know that app that you're on all day more than you?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to have to convince people anymore. So trust is very big. It really starts with, okay, if we tell you to do something, are you guys going to do it? Are you guys going to nitpick over, let's say, 1 week of growth when we have a 12-month contract?
Yeah.
Do you think that it became easier for you to now show that value now that MBH is what it is?
For sure. I think it legitimizes what we sell.
Right.
Right. That, hey, we can market this, we can market you.
Right.
But I still think that, you deal with people sometimes that they just think they know something you don't know. It's like you're dealing with a business owner and to deal with social media, sometimes but like, we never did this before. It's like, well, that's why you called me.
Exactly.
It's that trust factor.
It's trust might be the biggest one, man.
Yeah.
And red flags, I would say, like I said, you want to work with us for 30 days? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Because there's no value in that for me. You clearly don't want to build a relationship. And again, the way I look at it is like, if I start working with you and we build a relationship, it's like, I want to come along for your ride because I believe in you.
Right.
If you have a bakery now, I want to be with you when you have a franchise of 15.
Absolutely.
And then in return, if you think we're popping now, wait for 2 years and you'll still be on our side.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a long-term game, even marketing, right? So, and again, the marketing adapts though. Like let's say a 2-year contract. Yeah, the marketing you're doing is different throughout those 2 years. But you have a real partner by your side that wants to see you grow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's always like two things. It's a give relationship.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And then the second thing is just to echo what you were saying before. And this is something like my mentor, Agnes, actually, who we're going to have on the podcast next. But, she said this to me like 10 years ago. And we hired her as a sales consultant for our business. And she said, people work with people they like and are alike. You know what I mean? And that's literally what you kind of, packaged up into a sentence. That's what it is, right?
That's all.
And
That's all
so,
it is.
yeah. And so like I stopped, back then it was just like me and like 2 others, and I had stopped kind of chasing after the client that I don't fit in with, you know what I mean? Like we're not for everyone. That's a fact, right? People may not like you just because you're you.
All
right?
day.
All day.
Yeah. All day.
And the reality is that goes, it's the same thing for like brands. It's the same thing for people. It's the same thing for everyone, right? So like, and everything. So I think like knowing where you fit in that realm is like huge.
Yeah. And to add on that is why, in my opinion, personal brand is so important.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? If I didn't showcase the way I speak or my opinions or the way I see the world online, well, then if I get a new client, I might have to wait 3 months of talking to them to find out that, oh my God, they hate me and I hate them.
Right.
Yeah.
But why don't I just show you who I am every day?
Yeah.
So that I know if you're coming in this room, we already got that part sorted. You like me, or you like my opinion, or you like the way I see things.
Yeah.
That's why personal brand is so important. Sometimes let's say someone that owns an agency with no personal brand, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you're talking to the other business owner who you know nothing about.
It's cold.
It's very cold, but it might get to a point 3 months down the line that you speak about something and you're like, oh my God, we actually don't see eye to eye at all. But it took 3 months, as opposed to if they just saw you more, they would already have that. So again, I look at personal brand as a way to weed out the people I don't want to work with.
Yeah, in a conversation I remember, actually it was with you a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if you remember this, but Ernesto said, have a stance. You know,
Oh, yeah.
It's key.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
have a stance. Like if you're a supporter of X and you think people are going to be turned off or turned away by that, then it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you being real.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to have a stance and a POV, because at the end of the day, whether someone agrees with it or not, it shows that you have a voice.
Yep.
2, you got balls, like to actually side with something and have
100%.
critical conversations, or even have difficult conversations at times of disagreement. And 3, that you are able to stand by what you are saying consistently.
Yep.
Right. And
Literally,
if
that
you-
is exactly it.
Yeah, and if you're an agency leader that's always just like, yep, shaking your head like a yes man or yes woman, whatever, like, you know that client's not going to respect you in that sort of way. But if you show up, like how we do on calls or in presentations, pitches, et cetera, or even just in our content, there's a level of respect that grows for us as individuals with our personal brands.
100%. And I think if I'm going to go online and give my opinion politically, let's say, if I have the guts to do that, do you think I don't have the guts to tell a client straight up? Or you think if I didn't lie about being a yes man during COVID, that I'm going to lie to you about your social media?
Right.
So you're right. There's a respect factor in it where it's like, maybe I don't even agree with you, but I respect the fact that you'll say it.
Yeah.
So a stance is needed, because that's what forms your culture as a business.
For sure.
Your culture is formed around the stances that you guys have.
100%.
Right? And when someone walks in, they'll feel that stance. Like if you sit down with Jason and talk to him about our business, you'll be like, oh, like these guys are so aligned. Like they see things the same. And I try to bring that all the way to my clients, where it's like, okay, if I have a team that's super aligned, partners aligned, imagine I can get the clients aligned.
Yeah.
Then we have like an amazing situation here, where it's like even the clients fit into the culture, right?
Yeah.
Because we're attracting that.
Yeah.
Now, guess what I'm not getting a lot of? I'm not getting a lot of clients that, wouldn't see eye to eye with me at all. If you're walking in here, there's a good chance you agree with us to a certain extent.
Right.
As to the things we're talking about, whether it's marketing, business, politics, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
And when we did it during the pandemic, we got a lot of, people worried that, you're going to lose all your clients. And I said, if I lose a client because of what I just said, I want to lose that client.
Right.
Then I got a whole bunch of new clients that they didn't care how good we were at marketing. They just said, no,
fuck with you.
if I fuck with you guys on that level,
Right.
the marketing will be smooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's give and take. But again, it goes back to the cheesy thing of you can't make everyone happy. That also goes towards business.
Yeah.
You can't make everyone happy.
Very true.
It's
You
not,
can't
it's
have
not
everyone.
possible.
Not everyone's going to be a customer of your business.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
It just
But
cheapens your brand too. Cheapens your brand, cheapens your agency if you're just saying yes to everybody in terms of deliverables and scope they want, or even just not saying no to potential leads that it's not going to be the right fit.
100%. And I think a lot of people, they don't have that freedom because they never have a stance.
Yeah.
If I work with a company, I want to know who the owner is. Who are they? What do they do? What are they like?
Yeah.
If I'm going to attach myself to your brand, there has to be some sort of synergy. There has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know,
And I think this is great, by the way, that you guys are taking this step and doing a pod,
thank you.
because it's going to help you guys a lot with your businesses, but not businesses today. Dude, it's going to help you with businesses in 5 years,
Right.
6 years, 7 years, 8. You know how many times my personal brand, I've adapted who I am, but the one thing that's always stayed true is I'm just Ernesto.
Right.
You know me, you know how I am, you know how I talk.
Yeah.
Whether I have 5 burger shops or I have a marketing agency,
Right.
you won't be surprised. You'll just come along for the ride,
Yeah, you're so you.
because I showed you my deepest self,
Right.
right?
I think that's something that like took me a lot, you know, and I'm starting to do it more now. And again, thanks to Z. He's been like,
good though. It's good.
he's like, bro, you gotta be out there, you know, you gotta show your face. I was like very much so like behind the scenes.
It's hard though. Like, you know, when you started the business, it's like 2 people, 3 people, and
Yeah.
you got to be in the weeds. You got to,
For sure.
Got to work.
Not
in the
everyone has
shadows.
time to be in front of the camera and start explaining who they are all day and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it comes with time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think like it started from when I was young. You know what I mean? Like I was DJing since 17, right? In Toronto nightlife, Montreal, where Aziz and I met, et cetera. And the DJ life back then was not what it is today, right? Like social media and, you know, video content and whatever has turned it into this like all eyes on the DJ,
Yep.
right? But back then it was like, I remember, I forgot the name of the club, it's on King Street, but there was a club where we couldn't even be on like in the venue. We had to go into the back office. There was a camera pointing. Do you remember this? There's a camera. Crown.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I remember that place.
Right? And there was we would have to go into the back office, and it was like you're a bedroom DJ. You're looking through like this little tiny CRT monitor and looking at the crowd.
It was the worst setup.
Crazy. But my point is that like we were always kind of behind the scenes, even as a DJ. You know, you would think like, oh, you're a DJ, whatever. But like, yeah, but it was like me in a booth, you know, like it was just me by myself. And so that's kind of what I got used to. So anyways, long story short, it's taken me a lot to like kind of step outside my shell and even have a podcast, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to.
Yeah.
That's what's going to make you guys different.
Absolutely.
Like everything with AI right now and this and that. And, you know, YouTube just posted something a few days ago where they're demonetizing AI content.
Yes.
That's
I
huge.
saw that.
So all that's telling me is that no matter what happens, people's character and personalities will always prevail. It's always going to be something that people want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The realness.
Think about that. Think about the AI pages out there that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on their content.
Yeah.
They're about to be drained. Now that guy with a faceless channel wishes he put his face.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I always say this, but if I had, you know, $5 left in my bank account and all failed, I would put that towards my personal brand. I would put that towards building my name up.
How do you think that the Toronto hustle culture that ties into like how you operate today? And do you think that that has helped your kind of move into Miami?
Yeah, like we were talking off camera, I think Toronto, for such a big city, like people should work together more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people should want to support one another. You know, people should have an open mind when working with people. I think it's very transactional here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Very short-term and transactional, where, hey, like we said, hey, I want to sign you guys on a retainer 1 month. Show me what you got. 1 month, as if your business is only going to go for 1 month.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, you know, Miami, we've seen a lot of success because people do think long-term there in terms of what value you can bring them. Right? So again, maybe I'll compare it to this. Like I'm coming on your pod right now because first of all, you guys are my boys. I support you.
Right.
But I also want to be on your side.
Right.
Because I know if you get to 100 episodes, 150, You guys are going to be bigger.
Yeah.
I get to see I was on the pod.
Yeah.
Maybe I get to come back for part 2.
Right.
And maybe I can bring you guys value in return. Hopefully I'm bigger in those 2 years and things have changed. And there's an exchange of value, but it's longer term. You
see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's not always tied to money.
Yeah.
Which I really love that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Toronto, last few years have been bad, man.
Yeah.
It's been bad here where everyone's really worried about what's in their pocket. So they're really looking at everything differently. A lot of tension between people.
Mm-hmm.
If you have clients, there's probably tension with them because maybe they just lost a huge client. Now they're pissed off. They're paying you for marketing. Now there's tension.
Yeah.
For sure.
Less flow of money here, man.
Yeah.
Right now, at least. Right. So that affects people's mindsets.
Yeah.
Right. Where, again, pre-pandemic, I think, you know, let's just use hospitality. It was flowing. Venues were full. They
Yeah.
were making hundreds of thousands of dollars a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they turn around and they wanted to book that DJ for $4,000 or $5,000, they didn't think twice.
Right.
When you said you made flyers for them at this rate, they didn't think twice.
Right.
Because in their mind, they're like, well, this is the flow of it. It's coming back
Right.
this week. Right now, it's like, okay, if I spend $3,000, where am I going to get that back from?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to give me that back? How am I getting that back?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a scarcity mindset. That's really what it is.
100%.
And it's taken over our city.
Yeah.
Really.
And it's shitty because like there's clients that we have, right? And they'll come to us and say, "Hey, we want social media management or whatever in the hospitality space," right? And then it's like they want results tomorrow, right? They're like, "Well, are people going to be showing up at the door?" Well, yeah, over time, but not next week, right?
Needs to snowball. Needs time to
needs time to
get
build.
But
momentum.
that's the same mindset that got them to that in the first place. Because why are they here today without a social media presence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you make it all the way here
Yeah.
to 2025? And now you still want to put a time limit on it. Don't you see that this stuff's not going away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only going to get crazier, more complex, newer technologies.
Dude, more important than
Yeah.
ever. You look at a restaurant that opens today. If they do not go crazy on social media for the next 6 months, they will close.
Yeah.
100%.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the keg opening up another location. I'm talking about like small business, mom and pop style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are not giving 90% of your budget, time, resources to marketing, you're not going anywhere.
And it's crazy. Like, it's not even just these grand, luxury kind of brands, right? Or restaurants or whatever. Yep. Like we're in talks right now with a cafe, and this cafe is out in Grimsby. I'm going to shout them out. Harbor Grounds Cafe. Shout out Tayshawn. And first of all, they crushed it on the brand. Like we were talking about this, the brand, he's an
Step one.
Yeah, he's an architect.
He's
he
an
gets
architect.
design.
He gets it, and he crushed it. Like I told him, I'm like, listen, man, had you not told me that you did this, not that I underestimated him, but like, had you not told me, like I would have thought like you hired like a serious agency for it. Anyways, absolutely crushed it. But now we're planning this like whole activation around, an influencer campaign couple weeks before their grand opening. The grand opening is going to be a whole thing. You know what I mean? And like, my point is that why are we doing this? For social, right? We're doing it for content.
Everything's for
content.
Everything's for
And so they're now going to take that, use it for their ads, for their social media, for their brand, right? And more company, I tell every client, like every one of our clients today, which is every company should just be a media company at this stage. It doesn't matter if you sell wood, and it doesn't matter if you sell flowers, and it doesn't matter if you're selling a service. Like you have to be a media company today.
1,000%.
Bro, like if you will die out.
Yeah,
There's someone out there with the same business as you that's gonna do it.
for sure.
That's all it comes down to. And a lot of people it's just denial and comfortability. Like they don't, again, maybe that chef from that restaurant, he's just shy. Now he doesn't want to go on camera. And now your restaurant's not going to get people in. Just simply because of that.
Yeah.
Then you can get creative with the solutions, right?
There's so many solutions and things are always changing. Like, and how you said everything's for content. Like, as an example, we got December, we got a huge billboard at Yonge and Dundas.
Yeah.
I saw that.
A billion views.
Yeah.
My face, Anthony's face. And I did that for the Instagram post.
Right.
Wait, did you say Young and Dundas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I heard it's called something else now.
Oh, don't even get me started with that shit. And we did a full ass billboard campaign
Yeah.
for Instagram.
Yeah. One post.
That's it.
huge.
What did that run you?
A lot. It
Okay, there you go.
was an expensive Instagram post.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
100% that post
Yeah.
opened up way more doors for me. I'll never know which ones,
Yeah.
but we know that
There's a
shit
ripple
works,
effect.
Yeah.
and we just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like we said, hey, let's get a billboard and let's go look at it.
Yeah.
No. What would hit on Instagram? Oh, if we had a billboard that said that, reverse engineer it. So we did all that for a billboard.
And how
for an Instagram post.
how easy would it have been to like superimpose your face on there and whatever just for that Instagram post?
I could have faked it all. I could have AI'd it.
Exactly.
But then again, fuck that. I want to show people that we do this shit.
Exactly.
Right? I wanted to have a video of me walking up to it. So I couldn't AI that thing or
Yeah.
different angles or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is that when you used to get a billboard, it was for street traffic. You're looking around saying, well, how many people walk through Yonge and Dundas every day? Oh, 50,000. Oh, that's good. I mean, 50,000 people are going to see it. We said, no. How many Instagram followers do we have? Okay, they're all going to see this. So more people saw it on Instagram than actually walking by it.
Right.
Wow.
But that's what it is like all the big brands, they get the awareness game,
All day.
right?
You have to.
If you think billboards, the reason why in the world of digital today, the reason why they're so around, out of all the, and this is what I went to school for, but all the the legacy marketing,
Yep.
advertising, right? Magazines, you don't hear about them,
Cooked.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You think TV commercials, you don't hear about it, right? There's some new technologies coming out where they can actually, like on TV now, track conversions and blah blah blah, but like it's not there yet. But again, billboards, it's an awareness game,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is, and it's like the more eyes that see you, the more it trickles down, right?
That's it.
And
but it's
the more
also
you get.
like us kind of like giving a big piece of proof right away. Like, oh shit, these guys did that on that board with that number. Sometimes you have to remind people of how much you're winning at times because they forget.
yeah,
You have to.
Right? So because I posted that now our audience is like, oh shit, you got 1 billion views last year. That's you guys have been growing so much. And
yeah,
so awareness for sure, legitimacy for sure.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't expect people to walk by and be like, oh look. I didn't think anybody would look up.
right, yeah,
But think about that's just one little example of how we invest in content on a whole other way.
yeah,
Right? And there still is use for traditional old school media, but in different ways.
Yeah. It has to be a part of a larger mix.
That's
right?
what I mean.
Like if you're just putting up a static billboard at a Astral Media bus stop, cool. You could do some sort of, like the easiest, lowest, low friction thing you could do is probably a fucking QR code and it takes you to some sort of conversion. But you could have fun with it, right? And you see some marketing companies, some brands that are doing cool and innovative things on static billboards too.
Yep.
That are different and they on their own go viral.
Of course.
Doesn't even need to be
But
digital.
it's so calculated.
Yes.
Back in the day, it was like, oh, get that newspaper ad because we know people are going to see it.
Right.
Get that billboard off the QEW because we know people are going to see it.
right,
And that was the last thing you cared about. That was the hope.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now it's like, dude, with socials, with content, you could really strategize and use these things to your advantage.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So that's what we try to do with all the stuff we do.
So this billboard, you're seeing your face at Yonge and Dundas Square. That must have been a crazy moment. Like we're talking about Yonge and Dundas, the heart of Toronto.
Yeah.
And that was just one of many moments, I'm sure, in your life. Like you guys have won awards.
For sure.
You've interviewed some huge guests. I think someone special today also liked one of your MBH posts.
Drizzy. Yeah, shout out Drizzy.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been interacting with our stuff the last year.
Yeah.
He's shared our one of our posts on his story. And we've had all of OVO on our pod. So he's seen us a bunch of times. So it's always good to see that he's showing love, but he's just got to give us a call at this point because now it's getting crazy,
After the tour, maybe.
right?
So how do you what is that feeling like when you have these successes? Like how do you keep pushing through and keep yourself humble, keep yourself with that drive and that with that killer mentality as an agency owner, as
Like when you see something like the billboard, for example,
yeah.
we did it in December and I was already locked in on that maybe September. So September, we already had the design and I already went through the whole thing in my mind, how it would look when I'm down there and how I would look up and see it, what colors. a lot of the time when we get a big win, we already celebrated it when we created it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That you're already at that.
I already had the day I paid for the billboard.
Right.
That's when I felt the achievement.
The pieces are coming together.
That's when I felt the rush of like, oh my God. When we had Gary Vee on the pod, it was 3 years in the making.
How long ago did you manifest that? Because I know you've been talking about Gary Vee.
It must have been 7 years.
Forever.
Like literally before Neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
So when it happened, I was happy for sure. I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
But I already felt the win throughout the time that I was planning it.
Right.
So by the time Gary happened, the outside person might be like, wow, that's a huge win for Ernesto. Like he must be going crazy.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm already thinking of the next 6 wins that we need to achieve.
Right.
So how does it feel? It feels amazing because I know that we could bring these things to life. You know, when you're thinking about having Gary Vee on for 6 years and then you have him on, you build another level of confidence within yourself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where you're like, wow,
What's next?
I could actually do that.
Yeah.
You know, the 1 billion on the, wow, to see that number there in my city, we did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it feels amazing, but the feeling of amazement is happening throughout my career, not just when it happens.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I go back in the office and I game plan our merchandise, our new merch and designs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we lock in on designs. That's when me and Ant are going to go crazy. Yo, this is going to be crazy. I can't wait for this shit to be delivered.
Yeah.
Yo, people are wearing this at the
We
gym.
do that
And
too.
so by the time we launch it, like we already celebrated.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's like is what's next a silent killer? You know, that's a question. Let's talk. I know we're changing gears here,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
fine.
let's talk about like men's mental health.
Yeah.
We're entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
We're constantly working. We're constantly up late. We're always what's next.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Has that been a silent killer in ways for you? Right.
I'm literally in my bed at night, like, what's next?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
actually, right? And
Yeah.
I think it depends on who you are as a person, like what
sure.
kind of character you are.
Right.
I'm very hard on myself.
Same.
And I think, you know, to be honest, I think men should be, you know, because I look at the other side of things and I look at a lot of people that aren't hard enough on themselves at all. And you can tell. I'm always that type of person. I've always been that I expect the best out of myself.
For sure.
So that does eat at me sometimes.
Where did it come from?
You know, I think, you know, my grandfather is a great entrepreneur to this day. So I grew up watching him a lot
Right.
and what he would do. But I also had very supportive parents that always believed in me no matter which direction I wanted to go in life. And I think with that kind of support and seeing that growing up, you in turn become hard on yourself because you're like,
Right.
well, look at what people expect from me.
You don't want to let anybody down.
You don't want to let
Especially
people down.
Your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it comes with that not wanting to let people down.
Right.
And that actually increases as you grow in business because now I have way more people I can't let down.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just employees and partners and friends and just people around me,
Yeah.
right? That I don't want to let down. So it does eat at me a lot. But, you know, I just think that that's something I have to live with.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You know, you can watch interviews of very successful people, right? And they'll sometimes even tell you like, yo, you don't want to live the life I live.
Yeah.
But I think Elon even said that in one of his interviews where he's like, well, you don't want to work, like, you don't want to be like me. The way I do it, like, you trust me, you don't want to do what I do. And again, I'm not comparing myself to Elon. I'm saying that there's character traits that you have sometimes that instead of just crying about it, you kind of make the most out of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if I'm very hard on myself, how can I use that to help me
Yeah.
instead of be a detriment to me? Where mental health comes into play. And I think a lot of guys, they have character traits that could be positive,
Right.
that become negative.
Yeah.
I'm an overthinker. That's a bad thing. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Put yourself in a position where overthinking is a good trait to have.
Yeah.
Right.
Becomes productive or
Yeah.
creative or
Exactly.
becomes an outlet.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm
Right?
I'm diagnosed ADHD.
Okay.
First time I've said that publicly.
Yeah.
But, you know, people think of it as like a disability.
I don't think so at all.
You know what I
Not at
mean?
all.
No.
It's a superpower.
Yep.
It's legit a superpower.
Yep.
Right? For you to be able to see the bigger picture. Sure, we're focusing on a bunch of different things often. Like it can be attention deficit or hyperactive, right? It could be both things.
Of course.
Which is a great place to be.
There's positives to both, actually.
100%.
Yep.
Right? There's also negatives, right?
Of course.
We have no sense of time, you know?
Of course.
My wife will be like, hey, babe, you know, what time are you going to be down? I'm be like, 5 minutes. And it's really 35 minutes,
Yep.
you know, and no sense of time. That's just the reality, right? But the thing is that people we see things in a different light. You know, our brains are literally wired differently. That's what it is.
That's a magic power, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's a superpower, right?
it.
And there's still to this day, there's so much stigma around, oh, you got, you know, ADHD or you're on meds or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, so you know what I mean?
Yep.
You wouldn't have known had I not told you, right?
I think everyone needs to get more internal with their traits.
Yeah.
And say, okay, I have ADHD, for example.
Yeah.
But fuck what this person says. Fuck what this person says. How do I feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do I excel with this trait? When has it hurt me?
Yeah.
And you do an audit on yourself,
Absolutely.
right? I think, like I said, the main thing with mental health is like it starts a lot with people's character traits.
Yeah.
And again, most, if not all, character traits have good and bad. It's about you using these traits for the good. I think a lot of people, they have maybe a trait where it's like, oh, you know what, like, fuck, maybe I'm just too aggressive sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too aggressive and like, it's a bad thing because I don't want to come off as aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever tried to channel that energy and go do jujitsu and become a master at your body and take that aggression out?
Yeah.
And now there's so many resources or opportunity, like sports, or
There's a bit of accountability that has to come with it.
for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Where it's like, okay, you've accepted it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what can I do next to actually use this to level up?
Yeah.
That's accountability.
Yeah.
The other side of it is, oh, you know what, I have ADHD. My mom had it. My cousin had it. Everyone has it. Everyone's screwed. I'm screwed.
Yeah.
But it's because I have that. I swear.
Yeah.
It's literally like, as you're saying that, I'm thinking like that story where there's twins
Yep.
born in the same family.
Yep.
Father's an alcoholic.
There you go.
One of them never drank. One of them does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's that. It's like you get to choose your lane, right? It's not always about nurture or nature or anything. It's about like, what are you choosing to do?
Yeah. Yep.
Right? It's
Yep.
a choice at that point. So
Yep.
yeah, man.
I think people just got to really, instead of always looking outwards for answers, I have ADHD. What are you doing about it?
yeah.
Why don't you just talk about how you feel? Think about your day to day, how it affects you, and try to get the most out of it. Because, like you said, it's a superpower. So if it's used wisely, you can not only excel, but excel to a whole other level that someone without that can't do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's facts.
So I think guys need to be hard on themselves, but in a different way, where it's like, yo, I expect better from myself. Not hard on themselves where it's like, oh, well, my dad's an alcoholic and my mom has 5 jobs and I guess I'm just a loser.
Right. Because a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Too many, bro.
Too many.
Especially now when you see so many success stories or these lifestyles on social media, that kind of inflates that type of negative thinking.
For sure.
Where you feel like this success or happiness or what you perceive to be happiness online, you feel like it's just so far away. But all you got to do, I'm oversimplifying it. Obviously, it's a process. But I think people in general need to, and one of my best friends said this. He said, when I was going through some stuff many years ago, he was just like, you just have to focus on making today better than yesterday.
I love that.
And it's that micro steps,
Yeah.
right? Because then it'll all compound.
I love that. And I think, like you said, a lot of people are just get a little bit better every day. Know yourself a little bit better every day. I think that's important too, like knowing yourself. I think one thing I changed in my life maybe like 6-7 years ago was really becoming way more self-aware. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, who am I? What do people think about me? Who can I become? What kind of traits do I have? Bro, who really does that?
Yeah.
Who really stops to do that?
No one.
We don't stop enough.
Unless you go to therapy and they make
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. We don't stop enough. We don't pause to think. Another best friend said this when I asked him,
Yeah.
like, his name's Augustin. I asked Augustin, I was like, how you doing today, bro? Just out of the blue, because one of
And
my
he probably
childhood
was
friends.
like, what the hell?
Well, yeah, but he's also just like such a grounded guy. He's a social
Yeah.
worker. He's a teacher.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm doing great, bro. Every day above ground is a blessing.
Love that.
But how often do you pause to think about the fact that we have abilities,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Every day truly is a blessing to be able to look up to the sky, to use our hands and our feet, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Our capacities
Yeah.
and use that. So
Yep.
it's being able to use those superpowers or everyday powers and abilities to fucking make an impact.
Of course. And I think a big part is what people are consuming on a day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life changed when I started consuming things that help me or better me.
Yeah.
You know, instead of watching Netflix, I'll watch 5 episodes of Gary Vee.
Yeah.
And I'll learn something.
Right.
And I like the way he talks and I like his energy. And now I'm taking something from him.
Yeah.
It's going back to the doom scrolling that you're talking about. Oh, kid with a Lambo, kid with a
Yeah.
Dior, Louis V. Oh, he's rich.
By the time you turn off your phone and you're going to bed, you're fucked for the
you're
next
like, oh,
day.
I'm nobody.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's about what people are consuming too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they fall into this comfort trap of doom scroll, video game, smoke weed, doom scroll, video game, and then they wake up mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That was
like
all you, bro.
Yeah, like they act like they changed something the last week, and their life's supposed to be different, but they've been doing the exact same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Day after day after
But
day.
it's this victim mentality.
Yeah.
It really is.
Bro,
No one's coming to save nobody. Like, no one.
It's true.
No.
You got to save yourself.
Save yourself. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I love talking about mental health because,
Yeah.
there's always ups and downs. Like I've had really rough times. I've had amazing times.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I had ups and downs with my mental health, I kept working the same.
Right.
That's
Which is-
important.
It is important, but I think that's a quality of yours that many wouldn't have in that.
I made myself
Sis.
do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't born to just do that. I'm like, well, okay, if I only grow when I'm feeling good,
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing out on half the growth that I can have. If I only want to wake up and grow and do better when I feel good,
Yeah.
and that's only 60% of my life.
Yeah.
Well, so 40% of my life I'm just cheesed and I'm not growing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
Yeah.
treat that like their business. They wake up one day, oh, well, I don't feel that good about it. Like we're not going to put in work.
Right.
And then the next day they're so happy. Oh, let's work like crazy today.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, success doesn't stop for your feelings,
Yeah.
you know? So I think you have to learn how to put it aside sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
If I feel a certain way, it's not like I'm just going to cloak it and screw it. We're not thinking about that. I just might come to work, still act the same, still be the same. And then when I get home that night,
Yeah.
I might have
Get
a
back to
deeper
it.
conversation with myself.
Yeah, yeah, and it takes a lot to just that level of emotional intelligence, that awareness. Like we have these chats all the time, Aziz and I, and shout out Shiv, third partner at Prospect. Him and I, Aziz, like all three of us, sometimes have these conversations, and we're like, man, are we being hard on ourselves?
Yeah.
And then if we are, good.
Yeah.
Right. And how do we make ourselves better? Right? How do we change this for the better?
You have to. And
Yeah.
You guys have something good. You guys can all talk to each other.
Yeah.
Brainstorm with each other.
Yep.
One day, maybe you're not feeling good. He's feeling good. So you guys are
Right.
good.
Yeah.
He'll bring the energy and vice versa.
Yeah.
Right? Like even today, like I was really hard on 2 of my partners.
Right.
And you would have never thought today was the day I would act that way because everything's going amazing. But that's when I double down and I say, wait, if everything's going really good right now, lock in.
Yeah.
Lock in even more.
Yeah.
Right.
That comes from experience of, things have been good for me in the past a lot where I got comfortable and then they weren't so good for me anymore.
And you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Have to, bro.
Right.
That's
And
when you
Everything's
grow.
going good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Systems are in play. Employees are doing good. The way I look at it is like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do now to elevate this feeling that we all have and this momentum that we all have?
Yeah.
And it comes from being hard on yourself and the people around you, even myself. I'm hard on myself, but I'm hard on everyone around me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm very hard on the people around me. I expect the best out of them.
Yeah.
Right? So again, I think that's something as men that we should be doing.
Yeah.
I think we should demand the best from everyone around us. And they should be expecting the best from us, though.
For sure.
100%. If we can't, like, look, change comes top down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, if we want our employees, our team, our whatever to be operating at a certain level,
You got to be twice that.
exactly.
Yeah.
They've got to see that from you, right? And if they don't, then don't expect that of them, right?
Well, again, even my team, like we'll have a great win, everything's going well, and they see me come in, and I'm like, we got to do this better, and we got to do this better, and we got to do this better.
Right.
I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm trying to show them that, guys, this is not enough. We
Right.
need
Yeah.
we need even more.
Right.
Like, don't just stop now.
Don't stop
like,
now.
take a moment to celebrate, sure.
For sure.
But
some high
there's
fives,
more.
take
Yeah,
a
yeah.
selfie, send it to your girlfriend, let her know what happened.
Right.
But now take this as a sign that what we're doing is the right thing,
Yeah.
and we got to go harder.
Yeah. Double down. Yeah.
Right? And I think that, that comes from, that's rooted with expecting the best from yourself. When you expect the best from yourself, you end up in turn expecting the best from everyone around you.
Yeah.
That's where you get pickier with friends, energy, clients. That's because you want the best for yourself,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah. It's that whole thing around, like, tell me your friends, I'll tell you who you are,
Future,
or whatever,
tell me
right?
your friends, I'll tell you your future.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is.
And people, like I said, little thing is like, oh, Ernesto, I'm around these old friends, but it's not good for me anymore. It's, dude, if you can't even get out of that, you don't care about your own feelings.
man, let's like bring.
You see what I'm saying?
I do, and I think like I used to watch a lot of Gary, like that, like, and I still do, but like there were some situations that he was like talking to a kid, 20 years old, and his kid's like, oh, I hate my life, I hate my family, but I don't have anywhere to go. And Gary will like look this guy straight in the eye and be like, fuck your mom, fuck your dad, leave the house, right?
He made
and
them believe in something, in themselves.
Yeah.
And it starts with just making a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to start making decisions.
Exactly.
If all you do is think about these potential decisions, you're going to hate your life. Because you're just sitting around. And I read this the other day, stress. We feel stress when we know we're not doing something that we should be doing.
Yeah.
That's stress.
Yeah.
Okay, I woke up today and I didn't go to the gym.
Right.
Now I'm a little antsy. I'm a little why am I? Because I know I should have done that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Now I'm hard on myself. That's
Right.
stress.
Yeah.
So people feel this stress from not making decisions.
Yeah.
They think stress just flies in the room and hits them in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you created your own stress by not making the right decisions.
Yeah.
Now you're piling them up
Yeah.
to the point where you're going to break down because you spent
Absolutely.
3 years not making the decisions that you know in your own head that you should have made.
For sure.
So now you feel like shit and now you're stressed.
Yeah.
Who was that one guest that like opened up your eyes to like a whole other world, Like I'm sure you had, like I know you've, again, Gary V, Patrick Bet David, like, you've had some big names on the pod, right? But like who was that one guest that was just like, holy fuck, like I've never looked at it like that,
I think
Whatever
it has
it
to
was.
be Kyle
Yeah.
from Full Send because that is when our level up began,
Right.
right? And I don't think at that point we sat with anyone as big as him.
Yeah. It became like an enterprise type.
It was just
type
like, oh
conversation.
shit, like, oh, this is real now. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was a big moment for me and Ant to realize like, holy shit, like we started this pod in Toronto. We were getting 50 views an episode just like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And, after that episode with Kyle, me and Ant were sitting on the couch watching the YouTube views, just refreshing.
It's crazy.
And it was just going up
Dialing
by
up.
thousands a second, bro.
Right.
And I think that was a moment for me and Ant where we're just like, yo, like we could really do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
And I think we kind of knew that. But to get like confirmation from someone like Kyle at that point
Yeah.
was very huge for us, bro. And I think ever since that pod, we actually looked at our pod differently. We took ourselves more professional and we looked at ourselves differently too. We thought we
Right.
felt like it was a level up for us. It was time for us to level up as host too.
Right.
It was a big moment that we felt a lot of different feelings, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Kyle sitting down with him, then watching the result of that episode, like knowing like 2 million people watched you for like an hour.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really crazy feeling.
2 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
Between YouTube views and,
Yeah.
and this and the audio episode,
Yeah.
close to 2 million. It's like it really makes you look at yourself differently.
For sure.
And we're just like, yo,
Yeah.
we could really take this to a whole other level.
Yeah, like when we released actually today was the release of the first pod, but as I kind of look back at that podcast, right, it's almost like I can kind of see myself having imposter syndrome. You know what
For
I
sure,
mean?
you definitely are.
Like
you definitely were.
Like in that moment, I'm like I know exactly what I was thinking in some of those like when I was talking and whatever.
yeah,
And then on the drive here, I had to talk with myself,
Yeah.
as weird as that sounds. But I'm like, okay, today, just fucking be you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It is what it is. People like you, they don't like you. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Again, you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
You got to give
but
people the real.
if you could just be you,
Yeah.
that's the best thing that you can keep consistent in your life,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because again, episode 1, if you go watch episode 1 of ours, bro,
Yeah.
and then you compare it with how I'm talking to you guys now on a podcast,
Yeah.
it's 2 completely different people,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? But you just have to start.
For sure.
You know, like
Yeah.
people just don't ever start.
And
Like think about us. It took us 100 episodes to get signed that we didn't even know that was going to happen. That was not a goal. It was not a plan.
right.
But what if on episode 98, I'm just like, honestly, bro, like
We're done.
whatever. We'll go back
Yeah.
to the marketing and like,
Yeah.
you know, pandemic's done. Let's get back to it.
For sure.
That consistency.
Yeah.
Right. So you also have to follow a little bit of your gut.
Absolutely.
It's going to
sure.
guide you in the right direction. And I think that's what helped you guys start this together because you guys both had a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be good for us. Like we're going to get value out of this and we're going to grow as people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it work, right? Like there's so much that we can do with the content.
And you start now
Yeah.
like this. And who knows, in 100 episodes, you might be doing your pod a different way.
Exactly.
You might be talking about different things, having different guests, whatever it might be.
So you mentioned the word start. Everybody has a beginning, a start to jumpstart their career, personal brand, etc. We love to ask our guests, what was that moment in your life where you may have had to stretch the truth or finesse a moment or even just get people to believe? What was that?
So
What was that
there
for
was
you?
one restaurant when we first started Neighborhood, right? And we started this 5-6 years ago. So I was actually walking into these restaurants and convincing them why they needed social media. Sounds crazy today.
Yeah.
Because you look today and it's like a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting down with this one restaurant and I'm like, dude, if you start the socials, trust me, more people are gonna walk in. Trust me, more people are gonna walk in. Because that's the only thing. Are more people gonna come if I do this stupid stuff
Yeah.
with your phone and your camera? And
What's my revenue going to be
I'm like, dude, more people gonna come. I'm like, trust me. And I knew this guy wanted to see people come in fast, right? I knew this wasn't gonna be a thing that I could build for a couple months and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I was still kind of promoting, right? So I was just like, you know what? Trust me, this is gonna work. First of all, I had to show him social media. So I'm like, bring out all your food, right? Bring it all out. I have my phone. I'm gonna show you how this shit works. Then I started taking a nice story of the pasta and the pizza with the cheese, and I started doing a couple of those. And I'm like, just watch my DMs now. So people are gonna ask me. And I started getting messages. Hey, where is that? I want to eat there. So I'm showing him this stuff. But he's still not buying it completely, right? So I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking get people in here, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I signed a deal with him. I think it was $500 a month,
Okay.
which I was doing it social. I was like, bro, I'll do this, whatever you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my first clients,
Yeah. Just lock in the retainer. You're young. You're starting this off.
right? So I think what I did the next weekend was I was like, I think I brought 100 people to the restaurant.
Wow.
And I took maybe $2,000 and I bought everyone everything.
Yeah.
I took a quarter of the retainer he paid me and I threw it back down on his restaurant just to make people want to come.
Right.
So I actually, I guess, manufactured the people that were there for the coming months up until it actually worked to the point where I brought someone in once. They loved the food. It was on King West. Shit, I probably just gave the place away. And they would come back on their own. So for the first few months, I was not only faking it till I make it, I was spending money to keep this client.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's smart because the people are emotionally, psychologically having a good time. They're going to post UGC. It's bodies.
For sure.
The restaurant's not losing money because the meals and drinks are still paid for. So it's like,
but in the back of his head, he's not thinking like, oh, Ernesto just spent $3,000 on, I only pay him $500 a month. Like, but I had so much belief in myself, bro.
Yeah.
That I was like, yo, if I do this a few times, I know people are just going to start coming. And what happened? I did that for like a month or 2 months.
Yeah.
And the place was packed for the next 2 years.
yeah. And then the business owner / client, they'll refer others, right? The network grows.
100%. And then you increase your value. Hey, you got to pay me more because now you're packed and this and
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
But dude, I was taking a $500 retainer and spending $2,000 on that client
Yeah.
Right.
when I wasn't even making money.
And how many people do you know that would do that today?
No one.
No one.
No one.
Right?
They would, like, you guys get it.
Yeah.
So you guys are looking at me like,
Yeah,
it's smart.
Yeah.
But think about everyone that doesn't get it.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, what are you talking about?
Do you think
that's like the
everyone-
6-month retainer? You're about to spend it on one dinner for everybody.
100%. Yeah. Do you think everyone's cut out for entrepreneurship?
No, because it comes with so much sacrifice, and not everyone's made for the amount of sacrifice that it takes. Some people want to live a life of comfort, and anytime you make a decision in life, there's costs.
Yeah.
There's costs associated. There's opportunity cost.
Right.
You want to be you want to go hard in business when you're 23 to 30? Okay, you can. But there's a lot on the other end that you're going to sacrifice.
Right.
Time with family, time with relationships, maybe your health at times,
Yeah.
maybe money most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you ready for that? Everyone signs up for entrepreneurship without signing on the dotted line for the sacrifices.
Yeah.
1,000%.
And then they're just like, oh, well, why am I not? Because I'm sacrificing more than you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a game that we're playing.
Yeah. 15 years in and it's still an overnight success to them, right? Like that's what it
day.
is.
All day.
Yeah.
Right? You have to sign up, not for the good side, sign up for the bad side. And then tell me you still want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah.
People still see
They see the
whether
good
it's
side.
the good side, the lavish this, that, what we post, or like they see our successes.
Of course.
But they don't see what's happening behind the scenes.
They don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
If you told them, they would say, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll go back to what I was doing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So I think people just got to sign up for the bad side of entrepreneurship when they sign up for the good.
1,000,000%. We're almost close to wrapping up today's session, but the last segment that we've got today is what we call Tagline Me.
Okay.
All right. So we're both gonna say some prompts.
Okay.
And you're gonna hit us back with a slogan based on that prompt.
Damn. It's putting me on the spot like that. Okay.
I'll start it off very simple.
Let's hear it.
Your first podcast episode,
So I got to give a slogan
a slogan.
for my first podcast episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, just come up with it on the spot. How would you describe it?
Bro, these are good. These are tough. These are good, bro. Like, like this is my first podcast. What a slogan would be is,
Just describe it.
It could just be a word,
Yeah, single word.
right?
oh, okay. I would say birth.
Oh, that's a good one. How about quitting your 9 to 5?
Quitting your 9 to 5? Congratulations.
Going viral for the first time.
Lucky.
Toronto hustle culture.
Dying.
Your 2026 mindset coming out. I'm not even talking about this year, but what's the mindset for 2026?
Miami.
Ooh, we'll see you there, brother.
Yep.
Building MBH from scratch.
Very hard.
Explaining money buys happiness at a dinner party.
Confusing.
There's a lot. There's a lot happening.
Confusing, yeah.
And then let's end with this one here. The moment you knew this was real.
Pandemic.
Wow, that was a pivotal moment.
Yep.
It was definitely a make it or break
That's
moment
it.
for the whole
Huge.
world.
Massive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna have to bleep out pandemic, by the way.
Beep. I'll just be beeping the whole time.
Yeah. But yeah, Ernesto, really appreciate you sitting down with us on the
course.
Marketing
Thank you.
Department podcast. It's been a long time coming, full circle moment for all of us here to
Yep.
be in your space. Thank you for hosting us in
Anytime,
in your
bro.
studio.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
I'm happy you guys are doing this. I wish you all the best.
We'll have
Appreciate
you
it,
on for
brother.
episode 2 and 100 podcasts.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You know.
Keep crushing, boys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, brother.
You as well.
See you guys on the next one. Tune in.
Okay.